Hi, Professor Hankinson here, and this is a short video about an upcoming assignment that we have that's called the Simulated Letter to Congress. So if you look on our Canvas site and you scroll down to topic 6, which is about Congress, you'll see that there is an assignment called the Simulated Letter to Congress. It's not due for a while. It's not due until October 20th, so you still have some time to work on it. But there's a little bit of background work that you need to do for this assignment, so I thought this short video would help you get prepared for it. Now, if you click on Simulated Letter to Congress, you'll see that there is a place where if you click here, you can download the assignment. I have the assignment pulled up, so let's just take a look at it. So the purpose of the Simulated Letter to Congress is to write a persuasive letter to either the member of the House of Representatives that represents you, or to one of your senators. So if you live in Wisconsin, your two senators are Tammy Baldwin and Ron Johnson. And depending on where you live in Wisconsin determines who your member of the House is. I live in Milwaukee, so my member of the House is Representative Gwen Moore, so I would write my letter to her. If you live in the Waukesha area, then your representative is James Sensenbrenner. So the first step, you're basically writing a persuasive letter to your member of Congress, trying to persuade them to vote either yes in favor of the bill or trying to persuade them to vote no. The first step is that you have to identify a bill that's been proposed to the current to the current Congress, proposed but not yet passed, because you're trying to persuade them. And a lot of you probably are like, well, how do I figure out what bills are pending before Congress? Well, if you go to the Congressional Library of Congress, the Library of Congress, that's a place where you can go to find bills. And so there's a link here that you can go to, but I have it pulled up, so let's take a look at it. So when you click on that link, it'll bring you to this page. And in the top here is a search mechanism. So if you know the number of the bill, HR 8S20, that would be great. You could search according to the actual number of the bill. However, probably most of us don't know the numbers of bills right off the top of our heads. So let's use the example that they had up there, which is healthcare. Okay, let's say you're really interested in healthcare, bills that are pending before Congress. And so you will search according to healthcare. Now, right off the bat, you're going to see that a lot of stuff comes up, and a lot of this is not useful for our assignment. So you're going to want to go over here on the side, and you're going to want to click Uncheck All, and that'll take just a moment. And then just click Legislation, okay? Because you're only interested in bills that are pending before Congress. And here are some bills that come up. Now, do keep in mind, you want to select something that says bill, not resolution, okay? A bill has it actually is like public policy that's going to be introduced. The resolution is more of like getting a general sense of, where Congress stands on particular issues. It doesn't have as much weight as an actual bill. So look for bills, okay, and then see something that is interesting to you. So let's see. How about Helping Healthcare Workers Afford Child and Elder Care Act? Okay. It's a Senate bill. See, it's got an S, and it is sponsored by Senator Sheehan from New Hampshire. So click here, and then the bill will come up. So you'll see there's the bill. It's been introduced to Senate, but it hasn't passed. That's okay. Down here, it'll show you a summary of the bill. Okay, it tells you that this bill is about providing funding for child and adult dependent care for essential workers. And then if you click here, it'll give you some information about the bill. It's the text of the bill. And so you can read through this text, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know about what is being proposed in this bill. And then you can see some actions. Let's see, it's probably in committee right now. And so it's in the Senate Finance Committee, et cetera, et cetera. And so that, basically, gives you the information that you need to begin to do a little bit of research on the topic that this bill is um, addressing. So once you find the bill, find the bill, read the bill, okay? And ask yourself, what are the goals of the bill? What problem is the bill attempting to address? Uh, where's the bill in the legislative process? But most importantly, like, where do you stand on the passage of this bill? And in order to figure out where you stand on it, you're going to have to maybe do some research. So for that bill in particular, you could say, well, wow, how many, when it comes to our essential workers, to what degree are they facing elder care and child care? They're having to work a lot, probably more hours than usual due to the pandemic. And so is this a real problem? Maybe how much would this cost? Why is this something just for essential workers, et cetera, et cetera? So just do some research to find out what you can about the topic that this bill is addressing. And then the next thing you do is you write your letter, okay? And the letter should summarize the goals of the bill. It should offer a persuasive argument, either in support or opposition to the bill. You need to make a connection to a political concept that we've discussed in class. And you also need to make reference to the evidence from the research that you've done to support the claims that you're making. So if you're saying, hey, Senator, you should pass this bill, you should vote yes on this bill, you need to give them some reasons why, and that reason's going to come through evidence. Same with if you're saying don't support this bill. Do research and then use that research to help support your point of view. And then you write the letter up. You could mail it to your member of Congress if you want. It's not a requirement, but it could be sort of an interesting thing to do to see if they respond to you. Here it tells you who your member of the House and the Senate is if you don't know who they are. Any cited material should be referenced, okay? And that the letter needs to be in a business format. And there's a link here to give you more information about the what a business formatted letter looks like. And then at the very end of the assignment, it says that the best letters will use proper business letter format, summarize the main goals of the bill, present a persuasive argument, use high quality research, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So that's just a quick overview of the upcoming assignment. It's a fun assignment to do. It gives you an opportunity to learn about like what bills are pending before Congress, gets you to think about a public policy issue that you might be interested in, and it gets you actively involved in the political process because you are writing your member of Congress to persuade them one way or the other. All right, I hope the video was helpful. If you still have questions and you want to have more help, drop me an email, drop me a text, or we can also set up a Teams meeting so that we can go over and get some more one-on-one help. Okay, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you later.